could completely change the direction of your life. Would you believe me? Most people won't. Why? Because they've been sold a lie. They think transformation needs a miracle. They think success demands 20-hour days, luck, or a silver spoon. But I'm here to tell you it doesn't. It starts with 1 hour. Just one hour of intention, 1 hour of discipline, 1 hour where you decide to work on you instead of watching someone else live their life. See, most people are busy, but very few are growing. They scroll, they rush, they repeat, but they don't stop, and they don't think. And because they don't think, they don't change. But you, if you're still listening, you're different, you're searching, you're ready. And today we're going to talk about the hour that can reshape your habits, your income, your relationships, and yes, even your legacy. Because success is not an accident, it's a daily decision. And the best part, you don't need a new year, you don't need permission, and you don't need a big break. All you need is 1 hour a day. Let's begin. Take back the first hour. Let me tell you something powerful. How you start your day determines how you live your life. It's not just a routine, it's a ritual. And that first hour, that's your window, your launch pad, your foundation. Now, most people, they give it away. They wake up and they reach for the phone. They check messages, they check the news, they check what everyone else is doing. But what they don't check is themselves. They don't ask, what do I want today? What do I need to become? What am I building? You see, if you don't program your mind in the first hour, the world will do it for you. And let me warn you, the world doesn't always have your best interests in mind. It'll feed you drama, distraction, noise, and before you know it, you're reacting to life instead of designing it. So here's the challenge. Take back that first hour. Make it yours. Before the emails, before the scrolling, before the chaos. Get up a little earlier, not because it's trendy, but because it's transformational. And use that hour to build you. Read 10 pages of a good book. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Plan your day. Visualize your goals. Move your body. Drink water. Sit in silence. Do what the old you never made time for. Because here's the truth. My friend, if you can win the first hour, you can win the day. And if you win enough days, you win your life. Now, I know what some people say, I'm not a morning person, but listen, success doesn't care. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. You think the winners of this world leap out of bed with fireworks and fanfare? No, they decide, they train, they build the habit, and so can you. So starting tomorrow, make a new deal with yourself. Before you touch the world, touch your future. Use that first hour not to consume, but to create. Don't just wake up, rise up. Because your future isn't waiting at 11 a.m., it's waiting at 6 o'clock. So take it back, build it strong, and when the day begins, you'll already be ahead mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. You won't just be prepared, you'll be powerful. And that is how the transformation begins. Guard the hour like treasure. Now that you've taken back the first hour, the next step is to guard it like treasure. Because let me tell you, people will try to steal it. Not with a gun, but with a notification, a favor, a meaningless task, a little, hey, can I just, and suddenly your hour's gone, vanished, given away to something that builds their life, not yours. You've got to understand, this hour is not free. It's not casual. It's not for leftovers. It is sacred. It is strategic. And if you don't protect it, no one else will. You see, time is like money, but even more dangerous to lose. You can always earn another dollar, but you'll never get back that hour. So what do? We put up a fence. We say, this is my hour. No calls, no emails, no scrolling, no distractions. Not because we're rude, but because we're serious. You've got to get serious about your hour. Like a builder is serious about his tools. Like a farmer is serious about his soil. Because this hour, if you use it right, will pay you back 100-fold. In clarity, in skill, in results, in income, in confidence. But only if you don't trade it for crumbs. Let me say that again. Don't trade gold for crumbs. That's what people do when they say, I'll just check this one thing. Let me reply real quick. This won't take long. and they end up spending their best hour reacting to the world instead of rebuilding their world. So here's the habit. Every night, schedule your hour. Label it, set it in stone. No flexibility, no negotiations. Tell your family, your friends, even yourself, this is your time to grow, to think, to create, to build. And if they don't respect it, teach them to. Not with anger, but with consistency. Because when you value your time, people begin to value you. So the rule is simple. If it doesn't grow you, it doesn't get your hour, period. This isn't just about productivity. It's about priority. It's about saying, my future matters enough to defend it. And that first hour, that's your front line. So guard it like it's rare, because it is. It's the hour that separates the average from the excellent, the wanderer from the leader, the talker from the doer. And if you guard it today, you'll celebrate it tomorrow. Direction before action. You know, it's not enough to take the hour, and it's not enough to guard it. You've got to know what to do with it. That's where most people go wrong. They're active, they're busy, they're doing things, lots of things. But the question is, are they doing the right things? Because here's the truth. Action without direction is a recipe for frustration. It's like being on a treadmill, sweating, grinding, running, but going nowhere. So before you jump into your hour, before you dive into books, before you start building, before you hit play on a video, ask yourself a very powerful question. Where am I going? That question unlocks everything. Because if you don't have direction, you won't have progress. You'll move, but you won't arrive. Direction is the compass, action is the engine, and you need both. So let's get practical. At the start of your hour, take 3 minutes, just 3 to get clear. Ask yourself, what's my goal? What's the skill I'm building? What am I trying to improve today? And most important, why does it matter to me? Write it down. Don't keep it in your head. Get it on paper. Because clarity on paper becomes focus and action. Denzel Washington used to say, reasons come first, answers come second. You've got to know your reason, because when you do, the rest becomes obvious. Now let me give you a warning. If you skip this step, if you jump straight to action without intention, you'll waste the most precious resource you've got, your focus. And here's what's worse. You'll confuse movement with meaning. You'll feel productive, but you'll stay stuck. That's why direction matters more than speed, because it doesn't matter how fast you're going if you're going the wrong way. So take the time to aim, take the time to ask, take the time to align your actions with your outcomes. Because a man with direction, he walks slower, but he gets further. So tomorrow morning, when your hour begins, don't just start doing, start deciding. Decide who you want to become. Decide what matters most. Decide what step brings you closer to the life you've been dreaming of. Because direction turns your hour into a mission. And when you live with mission, you start walking a whole new path. And that path, clear, focused, intentional, is the one that leads to change. Learn for an hour, grow for a lifetime. If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's this. Success doesn't just come from doing, it comes from learning what to do. And the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Now here's the good news. Learning is simple. It's not about going back to school. It's not about expensive programs. It's about setting aside just one focused hour a day to feed your mind. That hour, that's your edge. That's your secret weapon. Because when most people are watching nonsense, you're watching growth. When they're drifting, you're developing. And over time, day by day, that learning starts to separate you from the crowd. Denzel Washington said it best. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. So what do you learn during that hour? You read books, you listen to mentors, you study success, you pick up biographies, personal development, communication, health, wealth, mindset, the stuff that moves the needle. Because the more you learn, the more you see, and the more you see, the better choices you make. Now let me be clear, this isn't passive. You're not just scrolling quotes and hoping something sticks. You're intentional. You pick up the book, the course, the notebook on purpose, and you say, this is my growth hour. And let me tell you, an hour a day adds up. In 1 year, that's 365 hours. That's more than 9 full-time work weeks invested in your own mind. You do that for a year,